Alright then. Shall we go?
Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1.
You make a man loco, baby snap a photo. Anywhere you there, baby, me I wanna go to. Anytime I see you, be like say I want the lotto.
Hey guys, how are you doing? We're back again with another video, and we've got a special guest with us. We've got Zion, and he's so guys, seriously, he is such a little marshmallow, and yeah, he's just lovely. He's been giving us lots of smiles lately, which is wonderful, but we are just like, whoa, the time is going super fast. Also, he has a bit of a cold.
Oh, yeah.
So big sis has started nursery now, so obviously she's around loads of kids with germs, and yeah, so
to be honest, they passed it to all of us.
Yeah.
Because she came back with a cold, and we were trying to sort that out, and before we knew it, I had a cold, Tim had a cold, now Zoe has a cold.
Oh, Zion even.
I mean, Zion has a cold.
He's already started that dad thing of forgetting like the kid's name.
I didn't forget.
Like, you're too fast.
Cool, whatever.
You're not that old yet. Anyway. So, yeah, we thought we'd do a dedicated video just to answer questions. So a lot of you sent us questions on Instagram on how life is going, and yeah, we thought that would be a great way to kick off catching up with us before we get into our vlog content. So yeah, let's get into the questions. Straight
into it.
Yep.
Question number 1. How old was Zoe when you got pregnant with Zion?
It's a good question. So Zoe was 4 months old.
Yeah.
Well, she was about to turn 5 months old. So they're actually 14 months apart.
Yeah.
Pregnancy, they say, is 9 months, but it's actually 10 months. So yeah, they're 14 months apart. And yeah, that's when we got pregnant.
Very tiny.
Yeah.
Oh,
small gap, but it wasn't like a surprise. Like we wanted it to be quite soon.
We wanted it to be quick, just not that quick.
Yeah.
I think we were thinking like 15 to 18 months.
Yeah.
So it was obviously, as you can see, it wasn't like far apart, but we were definitely like, oh, okay.
Has AJ recovered from the birth? Oh my gosh. So those of you who haven't watched our birth video, you need to go and watch that. We'll link it for you. But yeah, so
I've recovered, okay? Let me talk for myself. I have recovered. I don't even know. It's just...
You didn't even have a process. Like, he's such like a, like, you take things as it is. Like, okay, it's necessary, we move.
Yeah.
Like what?
It's not even like I'm trying to be fake. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
Like, it's happened. What else am I going to do about it? Like, that is life. I'm not the only man that's going to have to deliver a baby for his wife. And at the end of the day, the situation required it. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're right. So I was scrolling on the feed, right, just happily, and then I saw like a birth, like, you know, when these like raw birth photos, and then like with the baby coming out, and I was like, Jesus, is that what?
Is that what I saw?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
and I was like, how can you look me in the eye? But like, yeah, he's just been moving as if like everything is normal, and that. Anyway, you do have my
It's all worth it. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Like, it was all worth it. I don't know. For me, it's literally not a big deal. It needed to be done. I was one that happened to be there.
Yeah.
And yeah, such is life.
And it's beautiful. I'm so glad that it was the two of us.
Yeah,
Like, that is like
amazing.
the crowning moment.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be parents of two so young and early on in your marriage? That's the second question.
That's a juicy one. Straight into it, guys.
Yeah.
You guys did not waste time at all. Do you want to go first?
How does it feel? I love it. Like, I just feel like everyone has their own path, everyone has their own story, and I love just what God is doing, like, in our home. And I feel like it makes our relationship so much more rich having them. So like, I was worried about myself that I would feel really overwhelmed. It'll just be a lot, but I've actually been in the best mood of my life in the past couple of weeks, which I'm so grateful for.
Yeah.
So yeah, it feels good. Yeah, how about you?
One thing that I've noticed straight away is there's just this joy it brings to see literally someone that came out of you and your partner, like in my case, my wife. You know, it's just... It's like you can't compare that to anything else.
Yeah.
It's like it's so weird because it doesn't make sense, but at the same time it's amazing because I look and I'm like, how? I just literally keep like, it's just almost like that mind blowing moment every time I look at them.
Yeah, and seeing them interact with each other.
Yeah, they literally smile at each other now.
Contest
it's
as well.
so amazing. But yeah, at the same time, it is definitely an experience in terms of it obviously brings in a lot of work, and
absolutely,
that is something we found. We're not going to lie, it's been challenging in very, very many areas. You know, we're learning new things about each other, parenting styles, you know, even like in terms of the responsibilities it brings. It's very challenging in that sense as well. So it's like, it comes with a lot of joy and it comes with a lot of beauty, but there's But the fact is, you know, there's a lot that goes in the foundation, basically.
And yeah, so when it comes to being early on in marriage, I mean, one of the things that I really loved about our perspective right from the very beginning is that, like, things will happen when they're supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Let's not create a timeline and try to put things in a box like, okay, let's try to be just us two for 2 years. And then when it hits the 2-year mark, we need to get pregnant on the second Tuesday of that month. Like, it's not been like that at all.
Like that,
yeah, we've just been flowing, which I think has been good. But it has come with challenges. One of the things that it has come with is that when we were pregnant in our first year of marriage, we're still learning about each other and like learning what's normal for the other person. So like me with all my mood swings and like just going through the motions, being really sick, that really threw you off, didn't it? Like, we were just like,
it was very different. It's like we barely have gotten used to being a married couple, and now we're having to get used to being, you know, potentially that stage of being parents. And you know, the pregnancy phase is never straightforward anyway. So to go through that right at the start in the pandemic as well, it wasn't that straightforward, was it?
No.
But at the same time, I feel like it's beautiful because like you've been thrown straight in the deep end, and to be able to, you know, to be able to do
when
that
you
properly.
float, you're like, dude, we're doing this. Yeah,
it's true. Like when you actually are working successfully after being thrown in the deep end, it makes you just, it's like the confidence in the relationship, for me anyway, is like sky high. You just feel like we can do anything if we can actually go. 2 kids in the first 2 years in the pandemic as well. Like, come on.
Yeah. Next question.
You need to chill. Okay.
How do you manage to create time for each other and your kids? So making time for each other at this stage, obviously, it's incredibly difficult. So many blurred lines, and it's just a bit of a mess. But like, I think that it's kind of clearing out, and it's like being intentional. Helps with that, like having a purpose for every area of life, like with yourself. Like for me, what's really been helping me in postpartum has been setting like goals, making sure there's like one thing that I can achieve in that day, and that's helped me feel like I'm accomplishing something, so adding purpose. And then between us, like there's like things that we have set goals, like okay, we wanted to get past baby being born, and now we're trying to buy a new house, now we're trying to do this, that kind of thing. So that's really helped. And then with the kids as well, Zoe's developing so quickly, so trying to be intentional about her development and making sure she's having a great time being a toddler, and just enjoying Zion as well. So just kind of like separating, trying my best to separate these different parts of life, but it definitely does become a huge mush sometimes.
Definitely. I think one thing that we're learning, well, I'm definitely learning, is that it's not universal. There's no standard way of going through this journey, especially at the start. So, you know, is it okay?
Yeah, I'm just moving into
okay. So in terms of creating time for the kids and for the relationship, for example, the fact is we're not going to set that, I'm not willing to put that pressure on both of us to get it right now. We're still learning about each other in terms of, okay, this new position as being parents of 2. We're still learning about our kids. One is literally 2 months old. The other is developing every day. Honestly, Zoe comes home from nursery
she's
and she's done something different. So it's like for you to now put pressure on yourself to have everything figured out doesn't make sense. We're just trying our best to challenge each other to make sure that we're definitely giving time to the kids. Definitely with Zoe as well, because it's very easy to concentrate on Zion being a newborn, and obviously with ourselves as well, you know, trying to be intentional about things like going out on dates if we can, even if we can't, making sure that when we're at home we're creating that atmosphere of, okay, you know what, it's just you and me, and you know, being intentional about things like that. But that's the thing, 2 days time, would it be exactly like that? Absolutely not. So you gotta be real, isn't it?
And like be accountable to each other as well. That's helped. So how is my postpartum journey, and do I breastfeed both kids? I don't breastfeed both kids, that I'm very happy about. Shout out to you guys who are doing tandem feeding, because I could not. Like,
what does that mean?
Like, it means feeding like a toddler.
Feeding 2 kids.
Yeah, like it's a lot. Like it sounds like a lot. But I'm just breastfeeding Zion, but I'm trying to entertain both kids at the same time. So that comes with its own challenges. I've actually created like a little basket of toys for Zoe, like a special basket that I give her when I'm nursing Zion, just to make sure that like she's not just like there waiting and thinking, you don't play with me anymore. Yeah, so
she actually enjoys going up to them as well. Whenever she's feeding Zion, I've noticed
being close.
She'll make sure that she's just around. She literally just stands there. It's like you can tell she doesn't need to be there.
Yeah,
but she just stand there so awkwardly.
And pretending to be busy.
Yeah. It's like we can see that you don't need to be there. Like, she just wants to be close to them.
It's lovely, and she really likes him by the looks of it. Anyway, this is delving into another question, but yeah, my postpartum journey has been great. It's actually been great, and I'm so happy to say that, because I thought it might not be, because of course that's such a huge thing to go from like having one kid to two. Like, I'm outnumbered most of the time unless Angie's at home, but it's been really smooth. My healing was like in 2 weeks or something. I was like, what is happening? But I was like so excited, but like I felt really strong by the next day. I think that the rapid birth, the whatever happened, made it so much quicker to heal, and physically I'm feeling strong as well. So yeah, thanks for asking.
Next question is literally, be honest. Do you love both kids equally? So I guess we have to be honest.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, honestly, I feel like I worried. Okay, let's do it for a bit. I worried that like it's going to be hard to like split my love between the kids, because I was like, I love Zoe so much, she's amazing. Apart from just being my own child, she's an extremely exceptional human being.
She is, honestly. If anyone knows Zoe, they know we're not just saying this because we're a dad and mom. She's just,
she makes everyone feel like you're very expensive.
From a very young age as well. She never like cared about maybe like, you know, the way naturally babies, if they see strangers or people carry them, she's never been nervous. She just naturally is accepting of like random people. We hate that sometimes because like you kind of need to be careful.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not talking to that.
She doesn't care. It's like, if you've got beef with other people, that's your business. She's just here to live a life.
Yeah,
so she's very friendly.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, would I be able to have room for another baby in my heart, basically? But like, since Zion has been here, it's been literally 100. So 100% love for him, 100% love for Zoe. They're just so different, but like the fact that they're both mine, like, it just blows my mind. But yeah, they're just easy to love. Yeah, it hasn't been difficult at all. Like, I haven't felt like I'm taking away from one child. Like, it's just been been incredible.
Honestly, I feel the same. I'm honest enough to say at the end of the day, it's only 2 months into the journey.
Yeah, we have to wait for one of them to annoy us, and the other one has to be an angel, and then we'll be like, definitely that one. Yeah.
Honestly though, I feel like for me, it's literally, I can't put anything away from, like, I love both of them equally. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's no way I can even think, okay, maybe there's this little thing that maybe I think more about Zoe than Zion or whatever. Yeah. I love them equally, and not because I'm trying to pretend.
Yeah, it's not like the mum and dad thing to say. I think, like, legit.
Yeah, no, legit. Like, they're just both amazing. To have a son, beautiful. To have a daughter, amazing. They just both have their differences, and at the same time, it's like, they're my children. Why wouldn't I love them?
Yeah. Do you both work? How do you share all your responsibilities?
This one.
So, basically, I don't. Do I work?
She works when she's on maternity leave.
Yeah.
So she's not working at the moment.
Exactly. I'm doing more like social media work though lately.
Yeah, no, like Instagram, you know, with all the following she's got, she's working with a lot of brands. So yeah, I guess that's been taking a lot of time.
That's been some form of work. But like with actual like salaried work, AJ has gone back to work in the office, which has been very different from having Zoe. So that's definitely thrown a spanner in the works. So we generally, the way that we run our household is my favorite thing ever, because we don't do, as a woman you need to do this, that, or like as a man you need to do that, this. Like, we do what we can to serve our home. And like, I love that spirit in AJ. Like, he's into serving his home, apart from like leading and serving at the same time, like they're mutual. So even though he's back at work, like, he'll still come home and like manage all of the cleaning, because that's what I hate, man. No, I hate cleaning so much, but I'll do it. But like, he actually, do you enjoy cleaning, or you just
I don't enjoy it. It's my home. It's like, it's natural. I don't think whether I hate or like it.
Yeah.
So for example, like that day when Zoe threw up, for example, I hate seeing sick naturally, but it's my daughter, it's my house. I literally picked it up with my hand. It's not like it's almost instinctive. Does that make sense? So yeah.
No, but it's great though, because like, he won't like come back from work and just sit down and say, "Oh, I've been working, so I'm tired." yeah, so like he'll actually like clean and do things around the house. And also like I try not to, like when he gets back from like say, oh, I've been with the kids all day so I'm tired, therefore I can't do whatever. Like I think like it's good to have like that kind of culture of service, like regardless, and like if you can't serve, then being able to communicate, because that's how we can like love each other in this season for sure.
It's once again communication. It's the foundation to marriages, to relationships in general. I feel like that's the main thing that I take from it, because we're both very, very busy. Although she's not working in the office like I am, she spends a lot of time with the kids, and naturally the thing about kids is they don't stop.
And they're exhausting.
They don't say, okay, you know what, take 5 minutes, you know, look after yourself. No, it's constant. One stops, the other one starts. And it's the same for me at work. As much as I don't get to see that work, they don't think, oh, you've got 2 kids, you must not have slept during the night, so you know what, we'll give you this 10 minutes to focus on your mental health. No, they expect rest. Like literally, I've got meetings, I've got to meet clients and stuff, so it's definitely very, very, very tiring at the moment, especially because we're still at that start phase. But at the same time, what we're finding is that the more we go through that, the more we learn, and you know, gradually you find that things are much easier. So I feel like it's definitely going well.
Yeah, and the other part of the question is like, how do we do that? Like, there's some things that he does a bit more than I do, definitely. And when he can't do it, then he can talk to me about it, and vice versa.
He definitely spends a lot more time than me with the kids, not because I don't want to, but as I said, because I'm usually at the office. Exactly. So naturally it means that I'm spending less time, but usually on the weekends we try our best to make sure that balances up, making sure that she sleeps more, and I'm with my little girl chilling, watching TV, and you know, looking after her. So it's like we're definitely trying to be more structured for sure. Next question, this is second to the last, by the way. What's your favourite thing about having 2 kids?
Favourite thing ever is just watching them be together. Like, I love that.
Do you remember when they were both smiling yesterday?
Yeah, oh, that was so sweet. Like, because Zoe came to kiss Zion because she was going to bed, and then she was like, and then Zion was smiling at her, and
they literally were smiling at each other so long.
Zoe started smiling. It was so nice.
Oh my
God. I just love watching them interact. It's been really nice, and I love that they like look like siblings. That's good fun for me.
It's true. I like that about it. They look very similar. It's really nice. We always wanted kids that, because if you see my brothers, right, and same with her, she looks like one of her brothers. She
the other one, isn't it? Yeah.
So it's like with me and my siblings, we look nothing alike. So I've always wanted to have the opposite for my kids. I always wanted them to look like, because a lot of time I see siblings and I'm like, yeah, I know. You don't even have to tell me that's your brother or that's your sister. So I wanted that for my kids. So it's been very nice to have that. And what's my favourite things about?
And all look like daddy.
Oh yeah, she's jealous because they look like me apparently. I don't see
No, you're very pretty. I like your face. When we were dating, I was like, I really hope that our kids look like you. So I got my wish, isn't it? So
to be fair, you always did say that.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
My hair doesn't want to be up. It's okay.
What's my favourite things about having 2 kids? I don't know. For me, it's just a blessing. You know, we always.
Get to love
Oh, don't do that. Your singing sounds so atrocious. Favorite thing about having 2 kids? I just feel like for me, it's such a blessing to have a boy and a girl. I always wanted a girl first because I've got 4 boys. And the fact that I had a girl and then God blessed me with a boy so quickly after as well, it's the biggest blessing. Like, no money, nothing can like literally I can't think of anything that can replace that.
2 healthy babies, a girl and a boy.
And so calm as well. They're both really like,
but great personalities.
Yeah, they do not. It's like only time you see both of them crying is if you annoy. If you deserved.
Yeah, you deserve the cry.
He's definitely louder. I'm not going to lie. Like when he cries with more energy. But it's like he's not one to cry or like. And it was the same with Zoe as well. So yeah, they're just both very like. They've been a big blessing, and I'm so excited for the future.
Last but not least,
I'm just gonna let you answer this question.
Do you have any plans for baby number 3? Wow.
Wow.
Well, we've always said that we want to have 2 children.
Yeah.
Especially if they're a boy and a girl, like 2 and then done. Because we've been observing all of the two baby households, and they've been enjoying life, you know.
Big time.
They've been doing holes and like, just being happy. So, like, we're like, 2 is nice, and also just like. So I just feel, right, that once you have more than 2 kids, something has to give. Like either you
Definitely.
like your time has to give, obviously,
Yeah.
but like I feel like you have to like take a punch like in a relationship.
Yeah.
Guys, if you have more than 2 kids, like comment down below and let me know how it actually is,
Yeah.
because from the outside
it has to be more work though. Let's be real.
Yeah, like,
obviously
regardless.
comment, but I'm from a family of 5 boys. There's no way anyone with 3 kids, for example, this is just a random example, will tell me it's the same as having 5, because
Yeah.
there's 5 of us. Just number wise, there's a lot more work
yeah,
for my
you're
parents.
outnumbered big time.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and obviously this is
Yeah,
not to say anything negative about people with more than 2 kids, but for us, we just wanted to, at least at the start, focus on having 2 kids, make sure that, you know, we're giving them as much of our time and resources and things like, you know, financially we want to bless them, you know,
Yeah,
take them to different countries, make them learn things,
Disneyland.
try different activities, and we just felt by the grace of God too is perfect, because they have each other, so you're not bored on your own, and at the same time it's like we can actually look after them in the way that we believe we, you know, we want to.
Yeah, and have time for ourselves too.
Yeah,
Just
that's
very
also important. I feel like it's so true. You know, I hear it all the time. Like, it's very easy to forget yourselves when it comes to having kids, because it's the season where we're focusing on the kids, and I don't think that's a problem. But
Yeah.
we definitely know that there needs to be a lot of energy towards our relationship as well, because we created this kids. By the grace of God, we came together to create this kid. So definitely, it's like that union is to make sure
Yeah,
it's standing
strong.
at all
And it'll
points.
be for their good, because you know sometimes when I heard people say that, I would have been like, what do you mean? Like you're prioritizing yourself? Like for me, it sounded like pretty toxic. Like why
Yeah.
would you prioritize the other
Yeah,
adult and then just
yeah.
leave your kids in the bin? Are you
Yeah,
okay?
it's almost like, come on, kids.
Yeah,
they should be
they're
a
like
priority.
helpless. Like why are you prioritizing? Yeah, but like I think I've come to learn that your kids survive and thrive much better when your marriage is strong and when you're healthy and happy yourself. So you can't pour out of an empty cup. So like now that the two have become one, we need to make sure that our cups are full and then we can pour into them.
I
But
like that.
yeah,
I like that. It's very true.
You like that?
All right, guys. Thank you so much for all your
thank
questions.
you.
Really, really amazing questions. And, you know, there's quite a few we couldn't answer. But, you know, we'll try and create time.
Exactly. And we're going to be doing vlogs anyway. So, like, we're going to try to answer, like, questions within that, I guess. Like we're just going to be doing life, and you guys
do
can
our best.
see
Don't worry,
how
guys.
we do. Like part of that, we'll really want to be giving like updates on how Zion is developing, and then also like updates on how I am doing after giving birth as well. So yeah, look out for that, guys. A vlog will be coming your way really soon. So thanks for being here, guys, and we'll catch you again next week.
Bye.
We'll see you soon. Bye.